Here I am. I already hit the button to go live and I'm fixing the titles. Anyway, here we go. Okay, sorry about that. It's been one of those days. We didn't have technical issues today, but I do have a couple of construction crew vehicles out in the parking lot right now, frantically trying to fix, I think, the gutters or something, or some siding. It was super windy the other day and I think so. And I have a janky setup, so every time I hit it, your camera will wiggle. Sorry, that's me, not you. I was also running a bit late this morning because I was laying in bed scrolling, as you do. You're doing it right now. I was watching cleaning videos, those nice like cleaning reels that you see, like watch how I clean my floor. And they use some look at the latest mop that I got from Temu or whatever. It's everywhere. And I'm like, man, this is so satisfying. I could clean. This would be great. You get like the satisfaction of cleaning, but then you get up and you're like, you could actually clean. And I'm like, we're just gonna watch the video about cleaning. Like you watch the video of me doing fabricy things. More stuff is on the way. All four delivery people were in here yesterday. Thankfully, not all at the same time because I don't know, some of these you don't want the fights to break out because one of the guys looks like that actor who did Hellboy, and the other guy is smaller than me. I could take him no problem, but the FedEx gal, I think she could probably take both of them with one hand behind her back. So what showed up? What didn't show up? For super white or white in general, guess what? That's still on back order. As I said to a couple ladies last night at the guild meeting who are also waiting for the white, I said, I am so upset. I am ready to phone somebody. And if somebody my age or younger was willing to get on the phone and actually physically call somebody with their voice and not use email or anything like that, you know it's a problem. So the other thing that was going on was the FAF headquarters, their internet was down in their offices that controls like a lot of things, apparently. It was down for 2 whole weeks. So every order that all the dealers were placing and everybody else were just sitting there doing nothing because they had no way to process it whole weeks. So 5 more boxes of things from FAF showed up and a Singer box too. So we're still sorting through that. And some of it, actually a lot of it, is for the FAF events that we're having. So I'm doing this big grand reopening of our brand new shop next Wednesday and Thursday. We have a FAF educator coming all the way from Nova Scotia. Her name is Margaret Sweet. She's very, very knowledgeable. She's been doing this for years. Like she can tell you the entire history of like FAF stuff and everything. She's going to be here and do hourly demos on Wednesday, next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, I won't be doing a live video because I'll be here with Margaret. We'll be finishing setup details for the day. The other thing that we're going to be doing is you come for the hourly demo, whatever hour that you're showing up here for, you get a little ticket, we put it in a bowl. At the end of the hour, we'll do a draw for a prize. Oh my God, do you like free stuff? I like free stuff. You want free stuff? You come to the demo. You can maybe get some free stuff. And then at the end of the day, everybody who did enter will put all your tickets into an even bigger bowl. Let's face it, it's be like a plastic container or probably like a Sobeys bag because we're classy like that. And then we will pull something out for a grand prize, which will be an even bigger prize. As yet to be determined. That sounds like fun. I'm not panicking at all. Anyway, Margaret will be here and she will show you some cool things like she's going to show you some feet. She's going to show us how to use some feet I'm not even sure about. Oh, wow. There's some good feet in here. What did I get? Open toe applique feet, 9 millimeter. Do you know how wide some of the FOSS machines can go? This is like 9 millimeters. That's like That's almost a full centimeter in there. Come on. Like, I did a stitch the other day because I'm finishing up samples, and I discovered on the creative icon, so it's probably on the performance icon too. So up in that level, there's a stitch. It's like this freaking wide. It will go sideways. This isn't putting the embroidery hoop on. This is just, you have all those fancy stitches on your machine. You go, yeah, I want to do that one. It had spider webs and spiders. It's like, we're going to stitch a spider web. Then we're going to stitch a little spider and another little spider web. Like this. It's amazing. Yeah. So it was like super cool. And then the perfect 1/4 inch foot with guide. Oh, look at that. It's got like the little metal guide there. So yeah, baby, that holds your fabric in. So you can do that perfect 1/4 inch seam. And everyone's favorite. I love people's faces when they see a foot like this. This has not changed in probably a couple hundred years since the sewing machine was invented. I know what this does. Do you know what this does? It's a ruffle foot. Slick stuff. And another thing. Yeah, I didn't move my table. Another thing she's going to show us how to use is the quilt binder, which I did a video on this while over the summer, and you guys like went nuts. Margaret's, I just did it like, I don't know what I'm doing, but Margaret actually knows what she's doing, and hers looks really decent at the end. So come watch Margaret do this. She's also going to show us how to do things like if you just want to do some garment sewing. Can't remember. I think we're doing some serger stuff too, and some embroidery machine things. It's wild. I have a list somewhere. It's just not with me here. But if you check here on my Facebook page for the shop, there's a little events tab. So if you're watching and you don't know where you are on Facebook, and you're like, I'm not good at Facebook. See, we're up there where it says my name, The Quilting Shed. You tap that and it goes to my main page. And then there's a bunch of names like posts, photos, about. One of them says events. You tap on events and then you see all my recent events and you can say, interested. Yes, I'm going. And it'll be fun. It's next week. And then Thursday, oh my God, Thursday, this will be a paid event. So you do have to register. You pay $10. You're going to get that $10 back later, like coupon, gift card. And Margaret again is going to do a 3-hour demo in 2 time slots. So 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock. So if you work during the day and you can't make it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you come by 6 o'clock at our shop, and Margaret will show us all about the Momento cutting machine, which we were talking in the pre-planning stages about this, and they had gone to the big quilt show that's in Quebec, the Counterpane something or other. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It was a late night and an early morning. So they were just at the quilt show in Quebec, and while they were there, Margaret showed them how. I think it's really good to show people on the Momento how you can take a fat 1/4 and get all your standard pre-cut sizes out of it. And she said, you can also put the pen in it. So when you cut your jelly roll strip, you can mark where you're doing your HSTs out of your jelly roll strips. And I'm like, oh, what? Are you kidding me? We have to show that. Because I keep forgetting, you can put a pen, like a little marker. They have markers that come with the Momento. So you can cut your shapes and mark them as well. Because one of the things we did when I took the training was we cut our hexagons, but we also marked our 1/4 inch seam within that hexagon out of fabric. So you didn't have to figure out where the 1/4 inch seam was because it was marked for you by the machine accurately. Well, you went and got a cup of coffee or tea or whatever. Again, it's the coolest. I'm still finding out stuff about it, but Margaret's going to be here and learn all about it. So come join me, please, please, please. It'll be fun. There's going to be snacks because there's always snacks here. God knows what else will do by the time we actually get to the day. So, so some of the back chatter, woo, say, this is the fancy Oliso iron, and I got myself a Tula pink one for the shop. And I opened the box, and it's all pretty, and I turned it on, and I was like, it's been a while since I used one, but as soon as I touched it, it's doing its thing. But then it's like, I'm holding it like this, and the foot is just going in and out, like like it forgot what to do. And I'm like, oh, do I have to do this? And it was just, it was a lot. So I kind of laughed. I'm like, it's probably just me. And I did remember that one of my customers had said, she was asking how I liked it. And I said, I love these irons. She goes, really? Because I went through like 3 of them. I had to keep sending them back. There was something wrong with them. They just wouldn't work. She just described all these problems. And I vaguely recalled when this happened to me that she said, yeah, I just kept doing that thing. And we had one of our classes. When we did our sneaker class, I had this iron plugged in. And my friend Heather, who taught the sneaker class, is like, your iron's possessed. Send it back. Just send it back. It's defective. So I'm like, it's such a hassle taking things back, and it does heat up, and I don't want to. I don't want to. So guess what I found? Because I like to Google things. The Oliso irons, if you do have issues with them, sure, you can send them back. There's also a reset process. You can reset the iron. Because to me, it looked like this is all computerized inside, right? That's when because it knows there's like a sensor in here that says, hey, somebody's hands on here. Let's do this thing here. So I'm like, if it's a computer, why can't we just turn it off and turn it on again? We're involved in turning it off and turning it off again, turning it on and turning it off again. But they have a process. It's in, I found a PDF. I need to double check to see if it's in the instructions that come in the box. That would be helpful. Did you know you can find out a lot by reading instructions? I knew this as a kid. Apparently, when you tell an adult that you say that's asking you questions, they think you're being a smart mouth. I read the manual. That's how I found that out. Anyway, that's when I discovered adults don't like to be told things they don't know by small children. Anyway, I'm not a small child. I'm an adult who likes to know things. So the Oliso does have a reset process. So if yours is a little janky or starts doing weird things, you can reset it. If you don't know how to do that, contact me, because I've done it once and then I used it afterwards and I'm like, I think I fixed it. I know. That's why I had a job in tech. Yeah. Cool, huh? That's my cool tip for the day is you can do that. Trying not to knock my tea over. We also got new fabric because of course we did. The other thing I forgot to bring over, we have, you can't see it from here. Maybe if I do this. Ooh. See this brown stuff right here? Whoops. There. See that back of that brown thing right there? That's the new Aurifil thread rack. So we have some small spools of Aurifil with all kinds of colors. There was some back ordered again. We have lots of the neutrals in the big. We've got all the colors in the little spools. I shouldn't say all the colors because there's way more colors than fit on that rack. But the best part is one of the things I asked for them to send me when we were discussing thread colors to go in this rack, because there's more threads than fit in the rack. I said, can you hook me up with all the variegated threads? Because a lot of you have been coming in and saying, I would like to try some variegated thread for quilting. Now you can. It's the little small spools. They're in variegated colors. Yeah, I have it. Do you have an orange? Probably. Do you have something really cool, maybe rainbowy? Possibly. There's a bunch here. We're going to try them. I've quilted variegated threads before. It's really fun. It's great effect. And I think these small spools of Aurifil on the orange, so it's the 50 weight, are $8, which seems like a lot, but it's really good thread and you're going to love it. And most machines really, really love it. So that's that. Also new fabric. See, I do have a list. And I found out the service that I use to give these videos to you, to send these videos out to you. I logged in the other week to set up everything in the back end. And there was a little dingy thingy on the side. I have like menus, and there was a new one. I had a big highlight on it because that's how they show you new things. You know, software developers, they'll put in a new menu item and then they'll make it sparkle or something. It's like, oh, notes. Oh, I can put show notes. I type my show notes right in there. So they're right on the screen in front of me instead of, you know, a sticky note. That would be so professional of me. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? And I just remembered. So the big empty space in the floor back here, all the quilts that we gathered up for the hurricane down in the southern US, they are on their way. They've been picked up, they've packed up, taped down, sent off. They were picked up on Sunday by my friend and by my friend Rebecca. She is sending them to our other friend Jet, who is in the southern states. And Jet's going to drive them over to the Mule Pack Team organization. They are going to walk those quilts into the people who need them on foot of mules. Anyway, I mean, they're probably going to ride some mules on their way in, but the mules are also on foot. So you get my point. Not like a helicopter drop because they're still getting their way in there. I know it's a lot to keep track of. And yeah, my meds are fully kicking in now. Let's talk about some fabric. I had a chance to this fabric since it came in, and it's stinking gorgeous. And one of these prints for this fabric is actually almost gone because it's so cute and so pretty. But I'm going to show you. This is Wild Harvest from Northcott. I've been telling some of you that it's coming. This is the layer cake. Look at it's mushrooms. It's foraging. It's giving cottage core. It's giving me life in the forest. It's giving like witch in the forest energy. Like I'm just gonna go live in the forest by myself and not talk to people. That kind of energy. We all want to do that. Run away and live in the forest by ourselves in a little cabin with our little animals and our stuff. I could take the plastic off this piece so we can see it's all like ferns and lichen and little tiny florals. And look at this. So this is Wild Harvest, and we do have this on the website already. Look. So cute. So green, so lush. Yeah, so there's like 12 prints in this, but even better, there are some panels. And I thought I grabbed the placemat panels, but I did not. So you can have some really nice placemats with little mushrooms all around it. You can make a very cute apron. I love it when they do apron panels because they're so easy. Like, look, this nice apron panel, and it goes like, look at that. Isn't that sweet? And of course, oven mitts, like, and some cute, do your mug rugs or whatever you want. But yeah, look at that. How much is that? I wish I could remember. It's on the website though. If you go to thequiltingshed.com, probably still right on the front page. Wild Harvest, it's called. This is the tote bag panel. It's partly trimmed here because we started to assemble it, but this is the nice canvas tote bag. You've seen these panels before from Northcott. They sell well every time. It's very easy. You just cut and stir. We're gonna zhuzh it up a little, just show you how nice a tote bag panel can be when you just add a few standardized bag making extras. We'll probably like box the corners. We're gonna get some nice, we like to use the foam in these, gives a nice structure. We're gonna line it. I'm gonna do something a little different with the handles because the handles, they tell you to like fold the edges in and fold it again. I find those handles are a bit skinny for me personally. So I'm gonna make handles with the handle strips that they include, but I'm gonna make them a little wider, a little more me, just to show you what you can do. Oh, and I'm dropping bits all over the floor. Yeah, even give you a picture, a digital representation, sorry, of what the bag will look like. Leave those and the tote bag panel, I think they're 14, 15 in that range. Usually all around the same ranges. I have a little bit more Tula Pink that came in, just some basics. Untamed is on the way. I got a notice yesterday. Got the bill. It's like, they're like, yeah, we ran your credit card for this amount. Thanks. Love those. It's like, oh, I must be getting an order then. And then the emails started showing up. Oh, you have a shipment on the way. Oh, thanks. Great. You know, send me an invoice for that so I can see what's in the shipment. It's Untamed, yeah. It had the order number on it, so I was like searching my mail. Okay, this is yeah. Fun parts of Untamed is on the way. So if you pre-ordered some Untamed, it's coming. If you're just waiting to see what it looks like when it gets here, I did not order all the bolts. I ordered the ones people specifically liked, and it was a very large collection. And I think I ordered a lot of the pre-cuts, all of them, back orders. The other thing that came in also yesterday from Northcott, along with restocking of some basics, I ordered 2 panels from this new collection. What was it called? Northwoods or something. It matches all the Naturescapes stuff. Yeah, Northwood. Ron's gonna be like, another moose, really? It's like those last 2 panels were elks, okay? So this is a moose. It's a moose on a panel out in the marsh. Very New Brunswick. Very mindful, very demure. Very New Brunswick. Nice little moose. Big moose panel. Nice big border. This is huge. Wow. I don't know how much this panel is. I haven't figured it out yet. Because they just charge us by like the meter, not by the panel on a panel bolt. So we know how much we paid per meter. So we either have to do math, how many meters on the bolt versus how big is the panel, divide, okay, in theory there should be this many panels, or here's the total price of the bolt, count all the panels that are on the bolt. You might as well cut them while you're there, count them all up, divide. A lot easier math, but that takes a while. So that's why sometimes panels take us a bit. We haven't counted them all yet, but that's how we figure them out. And that's your look behind the scenes. So I got that panel, and like I said, it does match the Naturescapes collections, which we have in stock all the time. But I also got this complimentary print. Complimentary as in compliments, not complimentary as in free. Because I thought you guys could do a lot with this nice scenery. Look at that. Let's go out to the camp. Doesn't that look like going out to the camp? Gotta lock it up for the winter. It's nice and misty. It's marshy. It's like spruce trees. It's New Brunswick. It's out in the woods. It's out in the woods. Look, my accent's coming out. I know. So that's that. And I'm thinking that's probably around 18 a meter. Yeah. So there's those. That's nice though. I mean, you know, somebody who goes moose hunting, somebody who has a nice camp, their summer house out in the woods. Oh, goodness gracious. I hear people at my back door, but hopefully they're just working. And we got only 5 minutes left anyway, or so. The other line I wanted to show you was a Canadiana one. This is from Hoffman. I'm only going to show you a few prints, but it is Canadian Road Trip by Hoffman. And it is, so each print comes on black or white. This is the white, and it's all the provincial flowers. It's nicely repeated like, and these are 15 a meter. We also have patterns. All the provincial flags. Again, this is on black, also comes on white. And Oh Canada on black or white. I know, right? And it's the Oh Canada lyrics. There is also a panel of this that has like the nice rectangular images from their provincial parks. Didn't bring that over. Totally forgot until just now. So yeah, some nice Canadian representative. Maybe you're making a quilt for Christmas for somebody who's moved overseas and they're Canadian. They want a little piece of home to go with them. I know whenever I'm traveling, as soon as I get into Canadian like airport space, I'm like, thank you. Air Canada, the only time that Canadians really like Air Canada is when we're like out of the country. And we finally, like, we have delayed flights or something. We finally get into like the Air Canada terminal desk somewhere. We're like, thank you. It's a little piece of home. Sorry, just flashbacks from a delayed flight one time. It's like everybody around me got to like the Air Canada little space because everybody was delayed because, weather. And we were like, thank God, we're almost home. Anyway, so that's that. It's a hot mess in here, not gonna lie. We've got a lot going on. So you guys are rolling with it. Thank you. I want to say thank you so much for putting up with me when I'm stressed. And some of you just go, it's okay. So yeah, thanks. We're gonna have fun. I will see you later. Come see me. Bye.